Hey there, Sarah with Next Gen Medium. I'm all about psychic abilities development, intuition development, mediumship development. And what I like to do is go on Reddit and see what kind of questions people have, because I think bringing other people's questions to other people is a way that we can all resonate with what's going on. And if you have something to resonate with, then you feel like, wait a second, this is me. And then maybe you're able to connect with the possibility that you too have soul abilities, psychic, intuitive, mediumship, healing, and that maybe you're ready to take that journey. Okay, great question here. I'm really excited about this question. It's in the subreddit of psychic. The headline is Change in Energy / Aura? Question mark. Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm a psychic medium intuitive. That's why I can even talk about this stuff. Okay. nextgenmedium.com. That's my website. All right. Let's get to the question. I'm really excited about this question. All right. Here we go. I'm not sure what is going on recently, but the past month or so, people seem to be responding to me in a completely different way. They are treating me in a much different way. I don't want to describe it as good or bad, just different. They seem to be a bit taken back by me and almost confused. It's like I'm triggering something in them. Sorry if this post is a little vague. I'm just trying to understand what's going on. And this is all getting a bit overwhelming, if I'm honest. To add some perspective to this, I will say I've been going through a massive personal spiritual transformation and awakening on the tail end of the dark night of the soul. To be honest, I have a deep appreciation for this journey, but it is starting to scare me quite a bit as I get further and further out of my comfort zone and what I once knew to be reality. Any thoughts are appreciated. Thanks. You are in the right place. And I'm not saying you watching this video, you're in the right place. I'm saying you on your spiritual journey are right where you need to be. And it's very exciting because it sounds like you're on this precipice, if not having crossed it over, of having this possibility be your reality and everything starting to feel and be different. Let's go through this. So first of all, thank you for telling us that you've been having this transformation and awakening, okay? That tells me kind of where you are in your frame of mind. And I think it helps, from my perspective, understand where you are. My personal experiences are quite parallel to this. So let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. People seem to be responding to me in a completely different way. Okay. So you are saying that you are starting to see things differently. So there's a couple different things we have going on here by the sounds of it. They could both be happening or maybe just one's happening. But here's something to consider. I would consider that A, you are seeing things differently. You're becoming more aware of what's around you in the moment. When you go through a spiritual awakening, something I noticed for myself was a shift in my perspective, especially geared towards the moment. This also goes with how we perceive others. That shift made it, and I've never really thought about this until I'm thinking about your question, which is finding the layers. It's amazing. Even years after, I'm still seeing it for what it was. My perspective of what other people thought about me shifted with my awakening in that I didn't care so much. And my energy put towards what do they think of me when I say this? What are they thinking? How are they judging me? All this stuff changed. Not to say that it completely went away, but it was less of a focus in my mind because I was more focused on what is reality right now, as opposed to what am I perceiving as reality right now. So there's one thing, is that your perspective has changed in a way that you have reframed the living experience. Isn't that astounding? Think of how many people could be like all this weight lifted off their shoulders if they could stop making up what the other person is thinking. How they could align with their higher and true selves if they just didn't give a fuck. Excuse my French. Just being honest. The second thing I would consider is that with the change you are going through, you are emitting a different kind of energy. And with that, simply just that, people are tuning into you differently. They're getting a change in what is okay and what is not okay with you. It's just different. Your energy is shifted. Whether people are able to pinpoint that change consciously or subconsciously, it's still innate in us as human beings to feel the energy. I know it sounds kind of woo-woo, and even when I say this stuff, I'm kind of like, ugh. But when people walk in a room, they're feeling the energy of the room. Some people are much more easier to have a much easier capability of picking it up. I think it really has to do with an attention to it. Some people are oblivious to it. But it sounds like if you're the kind of person that's open to the experience that you're having, you're going to surround yourself with other people that are able to pick up energy as well. It's just kind of what we do, kind of gravitate towards people that are similar to us in that kind of way. It's part of the laws of energy. You attract what you put out, right? And what you might come across is, I love your name, Awake the Masses. I just noticed that. What you may notice is that your relationships are going to change. And some relationships you might leave behind. And if you want to stay true to who you are, then you're going to have to face some difficult things. One of the most exciting lines that I read in this post is that, first of all, you have a deep appreciation for this journey. This right here shows me that you are in a awakening place, because it is quite profound and it changes your life. There's no way around it. If you are saying, I think I had a spiritual awakening, you did not have a spiritual awakening. It's just, you either did or you didn't. It really is a shift. A lot of things change about you. Almost to the point where you're going, who am I? Who have I believed I have been? And who am I really? It should do that. It should shake things up, because you're shaking up things to let things go. That is not serving you. It's got to go. That's energy that's needless, especially the negative stuff. The line that really excites me. Okay. To be honest, I have a deep appreciation for this journey, but it is starting to scare me quite a bit as I get further and further out of my comfort zone and what I once knew to be reality. It is starting to scare me quite a bit as I get further and further out of my comfort zone. It's scary to get out of the comfort zone, but know that once the ball starts rolling, it gets easier. It gets easier. You're never done being scared. The degree to the fear, however, decreases with time. And then you start doing things that years ago you would have been like, I would never do that. I would not stand in front of people and talk about that. Or I would just not stand in front of people and talk, you know? And I actually have gone out of my comfort zone in the past couple weeks. And it was an amazing experience, and I'm so glad I did it. And now the next thing won't be as hard. This is the journey, getting out of that comfort zone and feeling scared. Feeling scared is overcoming the dumb shit so that you can get closer to being in alignment with that higher energy. I would say your next step, take it in. Oh, I kind of miss the old days of the spiritual awakening because it really was a time that was, everything's brand new. And I cannot believe the possibility that this is reality, because how I once understood reality is now becoming something very, very exciting. Over time, that feeling kind of fades. It's always kind of there, though. Just not to that degree of, oh my God, the colors, and oh, I love you so much. I have such deep appreciation for our relationship. But it does add a perspective that is so welcoming. Pretty scary. But this is you finding your path. This is you getting in alignment with who you really are. And it's gonna be scary. It's gotta be scary. It's taken this long for you to get to this point. So imagine all of the things you have to, A, be aware of, and B, how to break it. Because there's a lot of stuff that accumulates of the invisible fears and that we need to analyze and say to ourselves, why am I scared of this? Is this actually going to hurt my physical human body? If it's not going to hurt your body, then it's ego. And then it's ego that you got to work with. And it's scary, but it's so worth it. So worth it. You're clearing out the crap so that you can do what you are supposed to do and feel good about doing it. Yes. So exciting. So there's my response to you. Hey, it's not a half-hour long video, so I think I won the internet today. If you want to know next steps after this, first of all, I would say it's time to get in touch with that intuition if you haven't already. I got lots of stuff on my website, nextgenmedium.com. I got a blog you can look through. I have other videos on my vlog here of other Reddit questions, but I would want to direct you towards my podcast, Next Gen Medium Podcast. You can hear it everywhere. Oh man, I should have a list here. Google Podcasts, Apple, iHeartRadio, Spotify, what's the other one? Audacity, Odyssey, I don't know. Audacity is an editing program that I use. Yeah, you can check that stuff out. You can also become a member on my nextgenmedium.com website where you can stream all the episodes for free and really take a deep dive. I also do a membership blog that's for people like you. And Next Gen Medium is all about getting people open to the possibility that this seeing your psychic mediumship abilities is possible, that I think everybody can do it. Also, building that foundation of intuition, very important. It took me a year to figure out what my intuition was after I saw my psychic and mediumship abilities. So I can't say build it first and then you build the other things, because that's not how it happened for me. But sometimes it's nice to hear someone else talk about this stuff and to feel a connection with somebody else who's gone through what you're going through. So check out the podcast. I think I even have stuff about spiritual awakening, and or you can become a member and just stream it all while you're in the midst of your inspiration. So exciting. Congratulations to you, awake the masses, because it does need to be done. And I think everybody's capable of doing it in amazing ways that will change your reality and scare the F out of you, because it should. All right, nextgenmedium.com is the place to see me, and check out my Next Gen Medium podcast if you want to hear more. Bye.